Welcome to Det-Tronics Technical Brief number 520, Troubleshooting an Eagle Quantum Premier, or EQP, LON ground fault. This video will cover what a LON ground fault is and the basics on how to troubleshoot to clear the fault. The LON ground fault diagnostic is a diagnostic that is simply measuring the current leakage between the LON data wires, A and B, to ground. This diagnostic is there per NFPA requirements, but also could be a precursor to a LON network failure. The circuitry for this diagnostic is on COM1 of the controller. This is important to remember as it will be the diagnostic reference point when troubleshooting. This diagram is showing all the devices are grounded, but not for ground fault reasons. They might be grounded per local regulations or inadvertently grounded by the installation. In either case, you should always assume that all the devices on the network are grounded and are potential leak paths, and that the leakage to ground causing the fault could be caused by an internal failure in a device or either LON wire A or B touching the grounded component. Again, the ground fault circuitry is on COM1 of the controller and is monitoring both the A and B wires. Troubleshooting the LON ground fault is similar to troubleshooting other network issues by dividing the network into segments. We know the diagnostic is measured on COM1 of the controller. Disconnect the LON network at a halfway point. Here, I disconnected it at the EDIO. If the ground fault persists, the problem is between where you disconnected the LON and COM1. The next step would be to segment the LON between the EDIO break and COM1 of the controller and see if it clears the fault. If the fault does clear after disconnecting at the EDIO, the problem is between the EDIO and COM2 of the controller, which you now have to segment to find where the problem is. You know you have been successful in clearing the LON ground fault when the LON ground fault message disappears from the controller display. You will then need to click on Reset on the controller to clear the LON fault LEDs. This video was developed by Det-Tronics Educational Services. Here is contact information if you have comments or you would like more information.